This is Mark Drenick, mayor of the city of Oneonta, and I don't know, does it seem to you like it does to me that for every 2 steps forward we take, it's 1 step backward? We're making progress in anyone's objective view, but it is frustrating. We got good things happening on our housing front. We got new businesses and jobs coming, and we got documentation that people are moving into the city, more than 100 in the last couple of months. And we have partners like we've never had before, really good partners. And the marketing is coming together nicely thanks to a quartet of SUNY Oneonta interns. We have a podcast, if you can imagine, we have a podcast. But for all this progress, we continue to be tested by recurring or new challenges. And our latest challenge is the parking garage. We've had this decaying carcass in the middle of our city for years. How or why is something for the rearview mirror and not something to distract us in this moment. But anyway, it's had an unexpected and rapid deterioration. It's made it unsafe. We don't know to what extent, and we're going to have the structural engineer fully evaluated. We may be able to reopen a portion, but I wouldn't count on it. I hope I'm wrong about that. So we need to understand where we are at this point. The garage, all of it, is going to be closed. I don't know for how long. Good news, at least, is that the Trailways buses can stay where they are. But as soon as we can, we're going to need to demolish the garage and begin building its replacement. Now, Market Street is going to be so much more vital and vibrant with a beautifully designed transit hub that a bigger city would be proud to have. But that's a ways off, probably about the end of my term. A couple of years if we push it, and we will push it. In the meantime, we have our work cut out for us. We're going to need you to be part of this too, everyone, all together. All right, so just to recap, when we first learned of the structural integrity issues of the ramps, we closed the top for safety. But as the council voted to repair the ramps, we came back to it and we did a more thorough inspection of adjacent structural elements. And with that inspection, we found that the ever-present moisture, that dankness in the garage, had turned cement slabs into chunks and powder. Now, we knew we had the issue with the ramps, so we expected that we would lose the top floor's parking spaces, and we had confidence that we could absorb that with better utilization of our current parking availabilities and better location for long-term and short-term parking and more turnover in the most attractive spaces. So we were planning on that. But closing the garage, all 3 floors, we weren't planning on that. Not this early. We had plans to demolish 27 Market Street, and we had planned to use that space as temporary parking lot for the demolition and the construction of the garage when it happened. And I'm sure you've noticed that the building is still standing. So while we try to expedite its demolition, we are faced with the unanticipated addition of 150 to 200 cars that might typically be parked in the garage. And as you know, we've been working hard to bring a lot more visitors to our downtown this year. And we need to make it convenient for people to spend their time downtown. Now, the city has already put some measures into effect, specifically in the Dietz Street parking lot, where time limit parking restrictions have been lifted. Nowhere else in the city, though. And we're going to start running a shuttle to Demoski Field. We're working on the details of that right now. And we're talking with some businesses and other property owners to see what we can do about expanding our access to surface parking. We're going to figure this out, but I want your help. If we want the benefits of more foot traffic downtown and a more inviting city for those we're recruiting, we have to control the narrative on this. We must seize this opportunity as a community to take creative action to help educate visitors and locals about where they can park And we need to adopt a can-do attitude about this, guys. We didn't ask for the challenge, but as Oneantans, we accept it. And we will work to make a visit to our downtown a memorable and pleasant experience. And I will keep everyone abreast of new information and the solutions and the strategies that I know will come. But in the meantime, until I see you again, stay safe, take care of one another, and shop local. Thanks.